Namaste, dear children. Today I'll start the second chapter of economics, class 9th, people as resource. People as resource. इस चैप्टर के नाम में ही सब कुछ छिपा हुआ है. What we are going to study in this chapter. Remember the last chapter, the story of village Palampur? We have read about factors of production. 4 factors of production: land, labor, physical capital and the human capital. These 3 factors we have read in the first chapter, and now the 4th factor in detail, that is people as resource or the human capital. What is this human capital? बहुत समय तक, for many years, population or the number of people in the country were considered as liability. They were considered as burden. हमेशा ये सोचा जाता था कि उनका नेगेटिव साइड ही देखा जाता था. People were always thought of as a burden, as a liability. जितने ज़्यादा लोग होंगे उतना ज़्यादा food we have to produce. We need more houses. We need more other things. There is more problem in providing them food, health or medical facilities or education facilities. For many years it was considered as a burden, liability, and then it was thought, why not to consider it as a wealth? Why always see the negative side of the population? Why not see the positive side of the population? More the people, more the working hands. More working hand means more production, and more production means more share in the GDP of the country. More or the bigger GDP means the faster growth rate of the country. But the question arises, how to make them asset for the country? How to make them productive for the country? So it can be done only by inculcating 3 things in the population. Number 1, education. Number 2, health. And number 3, training or skill. ये 3 words अगर आप अपना chapter read करेंगे, you will find repetitively these 3 words are again and again used in the chapter. Why again and again? Because these are the 3 words which can do the wonders, which can convert a liability into an asset, which can convert a burden to the productive population of the country. Only by giving them good education, good training or development of skill and good medical facilities or the health of the people, they can be converted into asset, and once they are converted into asset, they will work for themselves, for the society, for their families and for the country. Ultimately, they are going to share good amount to the GDP of the country. अच्छा, आप लोग एक बात सोचिए, 2 लोग हैं, 1 and 2. One is educated, skilled, and he has good health. The other does not have so good health, is not good nicely educated, his skill is also not so developed. अब गवर्नमेंट क्या करती है? Government tries to make them also the productive population, but due to certain reasons they are not educated, they are not skilled, they are not keeping good health. तो इस तरह की एक पॉपुलेशन है और एक तरह की पॉपुलेशन है which is educated, healthy and skilled. We have divided the population into 2 groups. So educated population will pay income tax, property tax and all other taxes to the government and thus help in the GDP of the country, and moreover they are giving tax means revenue to the government. And for this group of population, government is giving subsidy to them. Government is providing them food through PDS shops. Government is giving them all subsidies, means the things at lower rate. And government is keeping the loss. So it means they are liability to the government. If we are taking subsidy from the government, we are burden on the government, on the country. So we have to become this group of population so that we can give a good income tax to the government, revenue to the government, and we can become a productive population. Okay, so the fourth factor of production is human capital, that I have told you in the beginning. Population as an asset rather than a liability. In this chapter, we will study that we should see population as an asset, not as a liability. Population becomes human capital by investment in education, training or skill, and medical care. Population as a resource means the working population, the working hands of the country, who contributes to the GDP of the country. So as I have told you, population, we can see it either as the positive side of the population or the negative side of the population. Population becomes asset when we inculcate education, skill, and health. Educated, skilled, and healthy population becomes human resource or asset or capital for the country. Population becomes liability when we start thinking of such a big number, how to provide them food, health, education, and other facilities. Then we are looking it from negative angle and considering them as liability, which we should immediately stop thinking the population like this. We should think from the positive angle that if we provide our children, you as children, you all are population, the group of population which is in the making of resource. You are in the making of resource. You are getting educated. Till class 12th, you are given education. After class 12th, when you decide your stream, I will take medical science, I will go for engineering, I will go for commerce, law, or CA, or any other, then you enter into becoming a skilled population. You are developing your skill, you are getting a training in a particular field, you are becoming skilled in that particular field. You become skilled and most important, healthy population. अगर मैं बहुत एजुकेटेड हूँ, आई एम अ सर्जन, आई एम एबल टू परफॉर्म वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सर्जरी, और आई एम अ साइंटिस्ट एट इसरो, बट आई एम नॉट कीपिंग अ गुड हेल्थ. मैं जैसे ही ऑपरेशन टेबल पे पेशेंट आता है एंड आई फील गिडीनेस एंड आई एम नॉट एबल टू परफॉर्म माई ड्यूटीज बिकॉज ऑफ माई बैड हेल्थ, then in spite of education and training given to me, I am not able to perform my duties well. Then it means I am again becoming a liability because of my poor health. Okay, if supposedly I am a teacher, I have been inculcated in my education, I have been given good training, I am keeping good health, so I am able to perform my duties very well. So I become an asset. But if I am not able to perform my duties, I am not able to work continuously for 6 to 8 hours, then again I will become a liability. So we need the combination of all these three factors to convert people into resource. Okay, so all three factors are equally important. I know there are many children जो बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ाई करते हैं, अपने खाने को निगलेक्ट कर देते हैं. कुछ तो बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ते भी नहीं हैं और ज़्यादा जंक फूड पे डिपेंडेंट रहते हैं. तो बेटा हम अपने हेल्थ के साथ खेल रहे हैं. तो हमको अपनी हेल्थ को बहुत अच्छे से रखना है, सो डैट वी आर एबल टू डू अवर ड्यूटीज ऑन टाइम एंड to our full potential. Investment in population is just like investment in physical capital. In fact, human capital is superior to other resources. आपने देखा होगा आपके घर में आपके पेरेंट्स कुछ पैसा बैंक में रखते हैं फॉर फ्यूचर नीड्स. कभी हम थोड़ा पैसा होता है कहीं पर कुछ एक लैंड पीस ऑफ लैंड ले लेते हैं, कुछ शॉप्स ले लेते हैं. मीन्स वी आर इन्वेस्टिंग ऑन फिजिकल कैपिटल कि आगे कुछ समय के बाद हमें यहाँ से रिटर्न्स मिलेंगे. इन्वेस्टमेंट वर्ड का मतलब जानिए. व्हाट इज इन्वेस्टमेंट? इन्वेस्टमेंट हमेशा ये सोच के किया जाता है कि कुछ सालों के बाद आई विल गेट हायर रिटर्न्स फ्रॉम माय मनी विच आई हैव इन्वेस्टेड. इन्वेस्टमेंट ऐसे नहीं होता मैंने लैंड 1 लाख के लिए, चलो 5 साल के बाद मुझे 50,000 रुपये मिलेंगे. ये सोच के इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं होता है. इन्वेस्टमेंट मीन्स टुडे आई हैव इन्वेस्टेड 1 लाख ऑफ रुपीज, सो आई विल गेट मोर देन दैट इन फ्यूचर. तो जब हम फिजिकल कैपिटल में इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं, फिजिकल मीन्स व्हेन वी परचेज लैंड और अ प्लॉट और शॉप्स और any other investment in any other house, anything. हमने जब इन्वेस्टमेंट किया तो यही सोच के किया कि आगे फ्यूचर में हमें इससे फ़ायदा होगा. मैंने एक घर लिया, फ्लैट लिया, उसको रेंट में चढ़ा दिया, मुझे पैसा मिलने लगा. मैंने शॉप्स को चलाना शुरू किया, शॉप को रेंट में दिया या खुद ही चलाया तो मुझे वहाँ से पैसा मिलने लगा. लैंड खरीदी, 5 साल बाद लैंड बेची, मुझे 3 टाइम्स उससे प्रॉफिट हो गया. तो फिजिकल इन्वेस्टमेंट, जब हम फिजिकल चीज़ों में इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं यह सोचकर कि ये हमको हाई रिटर्न्स देंगे, तो हम यही इन्वेस्टमेंट अगर अपने बच्चों में करें, if we invest these 3 qualities in our children, they will give higher returns than the money invested in physical capital. जो हमने दुकान, घर, ज़मीन से जो सोच के हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट किया था, अगर हम अपने बच्चों पर इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे तो वो फिजिकल कैपिटल से ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट देंगे. That is for sure, because it is the population only which make use of other resources. In fact, human capital is superior to other resources. All other resources put together, सबको मिला के रख दो, but human capital, which is educated, skilled and healthy, is superior to all other resources, whether it is land or it is any other property we have invested in. It is only human beings which is making use of other resources. So it is the superior resource. Okay. There is one box in the book in which Green Revolution and IT Revolution is written. What is Green Revolution? We already know, we have read in chapter 1. Green Revolution में हमने 5 inputs डाले थे. HYV seeds, machines and tools, pesticides, chemical fertilizers, good irrigation, and with these 5 inputs we were able to increase our production many times. लेकिन ये 5 चीज़ें हमने किस में डाली थी? Physical capital. Physical capital means we have invested on land. अगर हम इस तरह की इन्वेस्टमेंट ह्यूमन बींग्स में डालें और डाला है तो what revolution we have seen? IT revolution, information and technology revolution. This revolution is only possible when we have given these 3 inputs to our people. And when these 3 inputs were given, they came out as population resource. as human capital. And IT revolution is an example that how the educated, trained and healthy people are able to produce very advanced softwares. You can see a revolutionary change in information and communication technology. So IT revolution means the right investment on the people, and they are coming out as human capital. So human capital is one of the greatest possible resource on the earth, but only and only if they are given these three magical golden words. Not only the educated population help in higher income, but they also are advantageous for the society. The society will get better resource. The society also gets benefited by the good, educated, trained, skilled people. They get better facilities. They perform better operations. They produce better vaccinations. So we can say that they not only result in higher income, but they also help in the betterment of the society. So I hope you came to know the gist of the chapter. It is only the introductory video of chapter 2. So in the coming videos, we will see that how these three qualities help in the development of an individual, society and the country. So by that time, see this video, introduce yourself with this chapter, and we will continue this chapter in my coming videos. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.